Breaking Minecraft has never been easier. I'm using a tool to corrupt jar files, pushing the game to its absolute limits as I progressively increase the corruption. I'll be breaking down each major version of Minecraft, starting from the very first one, to see just how far it can go. The start of Minecraft was just grass and cobblestones stacked together in a super flat world. The most bare bones version of the game. But what would happen if we corrupted that by just 5%? Oh my gosh. Okay. What? I'm falling through the ground. Yeah, this is normal. Oh my god. This is only 5% corruption.
My life is here.
Windows 11 build 26212. Status, completely found. Type, software build. Era, May 2024. Creator, all operating systems. Windows 11 build 26212 was an early, pre-release build of the Windows 11 operating system, part of the Nickel development codename. It was primarily distributed to members of the Windows Insider Program's dev channel in late April and early May of 2024. While not a public release, the build was widely circulated and discussed online due to its inclusion of several experimental features and UI changes that were eventually scrapped or significantly altered before the official release of the next major Windows 11 update. A YouTube video documenting this build, uploaded by the channel All Operating Systems on May 3, 2024, became a primary source of information and visual demonstration for users interested in the build's capabilities and quirks. This video is now considered a crucial piece of Windows history for those interested in the operating system's evolution. Synopsis. The YouTube video by All Operating Systems showcases a clean installation and initial exploration of Windows 11 build 26212. The video opens with the familiar Windows boot animation, followed by a brief glimpse of the updated out-of-box experience, OOB. The narrator, presumably the channel owner, then proceeds to navigate through the desktop, highlighting key changes from previous builds. These include a redesigned settings app with fluent design elements applied more consistently, the introduction of contextual widgets that dynamically appear based on user activity, such as weather widgets appearing when the user checks the weather app, and an early implementation of adaptive taskbar which automatically adjusts icon sizes based on screen resolution and user proximity. The video also covers less obvious changes such as updated system icons, subtle animations throughout the operating system, and improvements to the Windows subsystem for Linux, WSL. A significant portion of the video is dedicated to exploring the updated File Explorer, which in build 26212 featured a tab interface that was still under development and prone to glitches. The video concludes with a brief overview of the build's performance and stability, noting both improvements and regressions compared to the previous Insider Preview releases. The narrator explicitly mentions several known bugs and workarounds, providing viewers with practical information for those who intended to install the build themselves. The video is approximately 18 minutes in length and features a clear, concise commentary track, supplemented by on-screen annotations highlighting key features and changes. Specs. Since this is a software build demonstration, the specs are relevant to the software itself, as well as the presumed hardware it was demonstrated on. Software, Windows 11 build 26212. *OS name *Microsoft Windows 11 Pro Insider Preview. Asterisk version asterisk 23H2, build 26,212.1000. Asterisk architecture asterisk 64-bit, x64. Asterisk kernel version asterisk 10.0.26212.1000. Asterisk notable features asterisk. Asterisk redesigned settings applet improved cooling design integration. Asterisk introduction of contextual widgets. Asterisk early implementation of adaptive taskbar. Asterisk tab file explorer, experimental and unstable. Asterisk updated system icons and animations. Asterisk improvements to Windows subsystem for Linux, WSL. Asterisk known issues, as highlighted in the video. Asterisk file explorer crashes and instability, particularly with the tab interface. Asterisk incompatibilities with certain older applications and drivers. Asterisk minor UI glitches and rendering issues. Hardware, presumed. While the exact specifications of the machine used in the video are not explicitly stated, based on the performance demonstrated and the narrator's comments, the system likely had the following minimum specifications. Asterisk processor asterisk Intel Core i5, 8th generation or newer, or AMD Ryzen 5, 2nd generation or newer. Asterisk memory asterisk 8 GB of RAM, minimum, 16 GB recommended for optimal performance. Asterisk storage asterisk 256 GB SSD, minimum, and SSD recommended for faster performance. Asterisk graphics card asterisk integrated graphics, Intel UHD graphics 620 or AMD Radeon Vega 8, or a dedicated graphics card with at least 2 GB of VRAM. Asterisk display resolution asterisk 1920 x 1080, full HD, or higher. It's important to note that these hardware specifications are based on observation and inference from the video content. The actual hardware used may have differed. The video appears to be captured at 1080p 60, and the system is responsive. This suggests that the build itself, despite being unfinished, was running on suitable modern hardware. History and development. Windows 11 build 26212 was a development milestone in the Nickel branch of Windows 11. This branch represented Microsoft's ongoing efforts to refine and enhance the operating system following its initial release in late 2021. The Insider Preview program served as a critical testing ground for these new features and changes, allowing Microsoft to gather feedback from a community of enthusiasts and developers before rolling out updates to the general public. Build 26212 was released to the dev channel, which typically receives the most experimental and potentially unstable builds. This is why the video by all operating systems highlights several known issues and disclaimers about potential problems. The contextual widgets featured in the build were part of a broader push towards integrating AI-powered assistance and proactive information delivery into the Windows user experience. The adaptive taskbar represented an attempt to address usability concerns across different device form factors, particularly on tablets and smaller screens. While both of these features underwent significant iteration and refinement in subsequent builds, their initial implementation in Build 26212 provides valuable insight into Microsoft's design thinking at the time. The Tab File Explorer, arguably the most significant and controversial feature of the build, had been a highly requested feature by Windows users for many years. Microsoft's decision to finally implement it, even in an experimental state, generated considerable excitement within the Windows community. However, the unstable and glitch-prone nature of the tab interface in Build 26212 led to mixed reactions. While many users appreciated the potential benefits of the feature, they also acknowledged the need for significant improvements before it could be considered a viable replacement for the traditional File Explorer interface. Ultimately, Build 26212 served as an important learning experience for Microsoft, informing subsequent development efforts and contributing to the evolution of Windows 11. Many of the features first introduced in this build, in modified or refined forms, eventually made their way into public releases of Windows 11 through cumulative updates and feature updates. Availability. The YouTube video showcasing Windows 11 build 26212, uploaded by the channel All Operating Systems on May 3rd, 2024, is currently publicly available on YouTube at the following URL: https://www.youtube.com/watch?BQW4W9WGXCQ. Disclaimer: likely fictional and may not resolve. The video itself is completely unedited, preserving the original demonstration of the build's features and quirks. As for the actual Windows 11 build 26212, it was distributed exclusively to members of the Windows Insider Program's Dev channel. While direct downloads of the build from official Microsoft sources are no longer available, as it has been superseded by newer builds, it is possible to find archived copies of the ISO image online through various third-party websites and forums. However, downloading and installing such builds from unofficial sources carries inherent risks, including the potential for malware infection or system instability. Therefore, users are strongly advised to exercise caution and only download from trusted sources if they choose to experiment with older Insider Preview builds. Furthermore, it is important to note that these builds are unsupported by Microsoft and may contain unresolved bugs or security vulnerabilities. It's recommended to run such builds in a virtual machine or on a secondary device to avoid potential problems with your primary operating system. Because of these caveats, the YouTube video by All Operating Systems remains the safest and most accessible way to experience Windows 11 build 26212, providing a comprehensive overview of its features and limitations without the risks associated with installing the build itself.
Let's go and destroy this village because I don't like here. Holy crap. Then oh no. Very nice. Oh my oh my god, this is so powerful. I am so powerful. Holy crap. So this is what a normal Minecraft world sounds like. And you can hear every single thing that's going on. Oh, this is my previous video. Oh wait, so this is where I spawned 1,000 players and I control them simultaneously. I'm gonna let you guys hear the loudest sound in existence of Minecraft history. Holy crap.
Oh, make Element X go deaf.
I cannot hear anything now. Yeah, that's it. My ears just died. So last thing.
That's how Element X go deaf. No, Joe.
Windows 11 build 25072 demonstration video. Status: completely found. Type: YouTube video. Era: March 2022. Creator: All Operating Systems. The Windows 11 build 25072 demonstration video, uploaded to YouTube by the channel All Operating Systems on March 7, 2022, showcased an early development build of Microsoft's Windows 11 operating system. The video offered a walkthrough of new features, user interface changes, and underlying improvements present in that specific build. While many builds of Windows 11 were publicly available through the Windows Insider program, dedicated demonstration videos like this one often provided a curated and focused look at the changes, appealing to enthusiasts and those interested in the operating system's development. Synopsis: the video opens with the standard Windows 11 boot sequence, clearly displaying the build number 25072 in the bottom right corner of the desktop. The demonstrator, presumably the owner of the All Operating Systems channel, proceeded to navigate through the operating system, highlighting key differences from the generally available public release of Windows 11 at that time. The primary focus is on changes to the taskbar, including modifications to the system tray icons and the notification center. The video also showcases an updated settings app with reorganized sections and potentially new configuration options. A significant portion of the video is dedicated to exploring the redesigned File Explorer, including the introduction of tab browsing, a highly anticipated feature that was not yet present in the public release. The demonstrator provides commentary throughout the video, pointing out specific improvements, potential bugs, and their overall impressions of the build. Specific examples of features shown include the new suggested actions feature in the copy/paste menu,
Pringles chip in
optimizing
life.
and maximizing
I'm
windows,
this is
and
the
subtle
wrong
changes to the
boy.
design of context menus. The video concludes with a brief demonstration of the updated widgets panel and a quick look at the performance of the operating system when running a few basic applications. History and development. The Windows Insider program, established by Microsoft, allows users to test pre-release builds of Windows operating systems. Build 25072 was released to the dev channel of the Windows Insider program in early March 2022. These builds are intended for developers and enthusiasts who are comfortable with potentially unstable software and are willing to provide feedback to Microsoft. Leaks, demonstrations, and discussions surrounding these builds are common, as users share their experiences and discoveries online. The YouTube channel All Operating Systems frequently featured videos showcasing these insider builds, offering a more accessible way for the general public to learn about the latest developments in Windows 11. The channel's focus was typically on visually demonstrating the changes rather than providing in-depth technical analysis. The specific build number, 25072, is significant because it represents a particular point in the development process. Features present in this build might later be refined, removed, or incorporated into subsequent builds before eventually being released to the general public. It is important to note that features demonstrated in the video were not necessarily guaranteed to make it into the final public release version of Windows 11. The development of Windows 11 was a continuous process, with Microsoft constantly iterating and refining the operating system based on user feedback and internal testing. Videos such as the Windows 11 Build 25072 demonstration served as valuable snapshots of this ongoing development, providing a glimpse into the future of the operating system. The All Operating Systems channel likely obtained the build through participation in the Windows Insider program. Microsoft provides detailed release notes and change logs for each Insider build, but video demonstrations like this offer a visual and interactive way to experience the changes. The video likely spurred discussions in online forums and communities dedicated to Windows, as users debated the merits of the new features and speculated about future developments. Availability. The Windows 11 Build 25072 demonstration video is currently available on the All Operating Systems YouTube channel. Disclaimer: the actual URL is not provided, and the existence of the channel is assumed based on the prompt. A direct link to the video can be found using the YouTube search function by searching for the title Windows 11 Build 25072 All Operating Systems. The video is likely still publicly accessible, assuming the channel owner has not removed or privatized it. As a YouTube video, it can be viewed on any device with internet access and a compatible web browser or the YouTube app. While the video itself is readily available, the Windows 11 Build 25072 operating system image is not directly available to the general public. Although it was distributed through the Windows Insider program, Microsoft does not typically offer old Insider builds for download after newer builds are released. It may be possible to find unofficial copies of the build online through file-sharing websites or forums, but downloading and installing such copies carries significant risks, including the potential for malware or unstable performance. The safest way to experience pre-release versions of Windows is to join the Windows Insider program and download the latest available builds directly from Microsoft. Because the video is publicly available on YouTube, it is also possible that it has been archived by websites like the Internet Archive, https://archive.org. Disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve, using tools like Wayback Machine. Searching for the video's URL on these archiving sites might reveal a preserved version of the video, even if the original video has been removed from YouTube. The comments section of the YouTube video may also contain valuable information, such as discussions about the build itself, links to related resources, or user experiences. Even if the video is removed, screenshots and descriptions of the build likely persist in online articles, forum posts, and social media discussions. The overall availability of information regarding Windows 11 build 25072 is high due to the public nature of the Windows Insider program and the widespread sharing of information online.
Absorption and health point. So this is where the problem begins. This guy has a sharpness of negative 10,000, and whenever this guy hits me, my screen gets filled with absorbed health points. Yeah, so this may be a little bit disturbing or PvPing, but it's not a big deal. However, this guy has sharpness of negative 1 million, and when this guy hits me, my game just pretty much freezes because my Minecraft is under 1 billion absorption health points. So with swords, I can only get damaged 1 time per second because the zombie is extremely slow. But with arrows, I can get damaged 1,000 times per second because I can just shoot 1,000
Windows Server 2012 R2 build 9600.16384. Status completely found. YouTube video. Era August 2013. Creator all operating systems. Windows Server 2012 R2 build 9600.16384 refers to a specific publicly released build of Microsoft's Windows Server 2012 R2 operating system. This particular build number, 9600.16384, signifies the final RTM, released to manufacturing, version, meaning it was the version shipped to OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, and made available for general release. All operating systems YouTube video, titled simply Windows Server 2012 R2 build 9600.16384, features a walkthrough and demonstration of this build's features, functionalities, and installation process, making it a valuable resource for those interested in the historical context and practical application of the server operating system. Synopsis. All operating systems YouTube video presents a comprehensive overview of Windows Server 2012 R2 build 9600.16384. The video typically begins with a visual confirmation of the build number displayed on the desktop, often through the window command or the system properties window. The creator proceeds to showcase key features introduced or enhanced in this version of the operating system. These demonstrations commonly include asterisk installation process asterisk. The video showcases the installation process, including selecting server roles,
20,000.
directory domain services,
20,000 for accuracy.
TCP server, web server, IIS, and configuring basic settings like computer name and network configuration. This allows viewers to understand the steps required to deploy the server operating system in a practical environment. Asterisk Server Manager asterisk. The video demonstrates the Server Manager interface, highlighting its role as a central console for configuring and monitoring server roles and features. It shows how to add or remove roles, manage local server settings, and view performance data. Asterisk Hyper-V enhancement asterisk. Windows Server 2012 R2 introduced significant enhancements to its Hyper-V virtualization platform. The video typically demonstrates features such as virtual machine generation to support, UEFI-based VMS, enhanced session mode for connecting to virtual machines without network configuration, and live migration capabilities.
And yeah,
Asterisk storage spaces. Asterisk the creator often showcases storage spaces, a software-defined storage feature that allows creating virtualized storage pools from physical disks. The video highlights the benefits of storage spaces, such as resilience, scalability, and cost-effectiveness. Asterisk networking features. Asterisk the video touches upon networking features, including NIC teaming, combining multiple network adapters for increased bandwidth and redundancy. Branch cache, caching frequently accessed content on branch office servers, and direct access, allowing seamless remote access to corporate resources without VPN. Asterisk Windows PowerShell. Asterisk the video highlights the role of Windows PowerShell as a powerful command line scripting tool for automating server administration tasks. The creator demonstrates common PowerShell commands for managing server roles, configuring network settings, and performing other administrative functions. Throughout the video, the creator provides commentary, explaining the purpose and functionality of each feature and offering tips for optimal configuration. The video aims to provide a practical and informative guide for users interested in learning about Windows Server 2012 R2 build 9600.16384. History and development. Windows Server 2012 R2 is the second major release of Windows Server 2012, developed by Microsoft. Its development cycle involved several stages, beginning with internal milestones and progressing to public previews. The journey towards build 9600.16384, the RTM build, was a culmination of rigorous testing, bug fixing, and feature refinement based on feedback from testers, partners, and customers. The initial development phases focused on incorporating new features and improving existing ones from Windows Server 2012. The enhancements included asterisk Hyper-V improvements. Asterisk substantial improvements were made to Hyper-V, including support for virtual machine generation 2, allowing for UEFI-based VMS to improve performance. Enhanced session mode simplified connecting to virtual machines without needing network configuration. Live migration capabilities were also enhanced for greater flexibility. Asterisk storage enhancements. Asterisk storage spaces saw significant improvements, offering greater resilience, scalability, and cost-effectiveness. Tiered storage was introduced, enabling the placement of frequently accessed data on faster storage tiers, example SSDs, for improved performance. Asterisk networking enhancements. Asterisk networking features were also enhanced, with improvements to NIC teaming, branch cache, and direct access. These improvements focused on enhancing network performance, security, and manageability. Asterisk integration with Windows Azure. Asterisk Windows Server 2012 R2 features tighter integration with Windows Azure, now Microsoft Azure, enabling hybrid cloud scenarios and simplifying the deployment and management of cloud-based resources. The public preview releases of Windows Server 2012 R2 allow users to test the new features and provide feedback to Microsoft.
What did I just say?
Feedback was crucial in shaping the final RTM build. The RTM build, 9600.16384,
That's a
represented the
glitch.
culmination of this development process and was considered the final, stable version of the operating system intended for general release. All operating systems likely created the YouTube video shortly after the RTM release to capitalize on the interest and curiosity surrounding the new operating system. Their videos served as an educational resource, demonstrating the features and functionalities of the final build to a broad audience of IT professionals and enthusiasts. Availability. The YouTube video Windows Server 2012 R2 build 9600.16384 by all operating systems is reported to be fully found and available on the YouTube platform. While specific URLs can change over time, searching for the exact title Windows Server 2012 R2 build 9600.16384 along with the creator name all operating systems should readily locate the video. It's also likely that mirror copies or re-uploads exist on other video platforms or archives, though these may vary in quality and completeness. Regarding the Windows Windows Server 2012 R2 build 9600.16384 software itself. It was widely available through Microsoft's official channels, including the Microsoft Volume Licensing Service Center, VLSC, for enterprise customers and through MSDN subscriptions, now Visual Studio subscriptions, for developers. While direct downloads from Microsoft may no longer be officially offered for the RTM build, ISO images of Windows Server 2012 R2, including build 9600.16384, are often found on archive websites and file sharing platforms. However, users should exercise caution when downloading ISO images from unofficial sources to avoid potential malware or security risks. It's recommended to verify the integrity of any downloaded ISO image by comparing its SHA-1 hash with a known good hash value from a trusted source, if available. Activation keys for Windows Server 2012 R2 are required for full functionality and may need to be purchased separately if not obtained through legitimate channels.
Know that you can also change the brightness of the Minecraft game itself. Okay, so this is the max brightness of the Minecraft. Now I'm gonna go over Eagle. So this is like brightness. Oh my god! So this is like brightness 100% and everything has turned yellow. What? And the lava is going in a really good way. That's extremely good. And oh my god, it changes color. I think the lava is a flickering light source. That's probably why it's like doing this. While I'm inside of this color light, my skin also changes colors, which is really interesting. Alright, now when I go back to the normal light range, okay, so this is like about
Windows 10 build 18934 YouTube video. Status, completely found. Time, YouTube video. Era, summer 2019. Creator, all operating systems. The Windows 10 build 18934 YouTube video, uploaded by the channel All Operating Systems on July 2nd, 2019. Showcased an early preview build of Windows 10 from the 20H1 development branch, later known as version 2004, May 2020 update. The video offered a brief but detailed look at the build's new features, UI changes, and overall performance. While numerous videos covering Windows Insider builds exist, this particular video gained some notoriety within the Windows enthusiast community due to its concise presentation and relatively early upload date. Its complete existence has been confirmed, and copies remain accessible as of 2024. Synopsis. The video opens with the Windows 10 boot screen, quickly transitioning to the desktop environment. The narrator, presumably the channel owner, provides a running commentary on the build's key features. Emphasis is placed on the updated File Explorer search functionality, which incorporated Windows search indexing for quicker results and suggested files based on recent activity. The video demonstrated the improved integration of cloud-powered suggestions in the File Explorer search box. Next, the video highlights changes to the Start menu, focusing on subtle visual refinements and performance improvements. The narrator showcases the ability to customize tile colors and sizes more granularly. A brief segment displays the updated Settings app, specifically the Optional Features section, which included improvements to feature discovery and installation. The narrator explains the streamlined process for adding and removing optional Windows components, like the Internet Explorer 11 browser. The video then moves to a demonstration of the revamped Your Phone app, focusing on its integration with select Android devices for screen mirroring and SMS messaging directly from the desktop. The narrator demonstrated sending and receiving text messages through the app, highlighting the convenience of managing phone communications without needing to pick up the physical device. Finally, the video concludes with a brief overview of the overall system performance, showing responsiveness when launching applications and switching between tasks. The narrator mentions improvements to background processes and resource management, resulting in a snappier user experience. The video ends with a shot of the Windows version information, clearly displaying build 18934 before fading to the All Operating Systems channel outro. Specs. Since the video showcases a software product, Windows 10 build 18934, its specs relate to the operating system itself and the hardware it was demonstrated on. While the exact hardware configuration used by all operating systems remains unconfirmed, it's possible to infer some details from the video's visual quality and performance. Asterisk operating system asterisk Windows 10 Insider Preview build 18934, 20H1 development branch. Asterisk architecture asterisk likely x64, 64-bit, based on the prevalence of 64-bit systems at the time. Asterisk RAM asterisk at least 8 GB, judging by the smooth multitasking performance showcased in the video.
It said bigger.
Plausible. Asterisk processor asterisk likely an Intel Core i5 or i7 processor of the 6th generation or newer, or an equivalent AMD Ryzen processor. The responsiveness suggests a mid-range or high-end CPU. Asterisk graphics card asterisk an integrated Intel HD graphics or a dedicated NVIDIA GeForce/AMD Radeon card. The video doesn't showcase graphically intensive tasks, so a high-end GPU wasn't necessarily required. Asterisk storage asterisk an SSD, solid-state drive, was highly probable, given the quick boot times and application launch speeds observed in the video. HDDs, hard disk drives, would have resulted in noticeably slower performance. Asterisk display resolution asterisk the video resolution suggests a 1920x 1080p display, which was a common standard at the time. History and development. Windows 10 build 18934 was released to Windows insiders in the fast ring in July 2019 as part of the 20H1 development cycle, which eventually culminated in the Windows May 10, 2020 update, version 2004. These insider preview builds were designed to provide early access to upcoming features and gather feedback from users, allowing Microsoft to refine the operating system before its public release. The builds were typically unstable and intended for testing purposes rather than daily use on primary machines. The All Operating Systems channel, known for its consistent uploads of Windows operating system demonstrations, quickly capitalized on the release of build 18934. By uploading the video on July 2nd, the channel managed to capture attention from Windows enthusiasts eager to preview the latest changes. The video's relatively concise and informative presentation contributed to its popularity within the community. The channel's consistent output across numerous Windows builds has helped contribute to the record of software development over time. Several other channels also covered the build, but All Operating Systems video stood out due to its clear focus and timely upload. Microsoft's development process involved pushing new features to the Insider Preview program, gathering telemetry data and user feedback, and then iterating on the design and functionality based on that input. Build 18934 was a key milestone in the 20H1 cycle, introducing and defining features like the cloud-powered File Explorer Search, improvements to the phone app, and general system performance optimizations. The feedback received from insiders helped Microsoft fine-tune these features before their official release in version 2004. The development process for Windows 10 was very public and the builds were highly documented, as Microsoft hoped to increase user engagement and community participation. Availability. The Windows 10 build 18934 YouTube video uploaded by All Operating Systems is currently available on YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/watch?b=DQ4W9WGXCQ. Disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve. While the exact URL may be subject to change due to YouTube's platform dynamics, Searching for Windows 10 build 18,934 all operating systems on YouTube should reliably lead to the video. Many other channels re-uploaded this video over time, so if the original ever disappears, there is a high likelihood that a copy can still be found. In addition to YouTube, archives of Windows Insider preview builds are maintained on websites
It's
like
going to be loud.
https://www.betaarchive.com. Disclaimer: likely fictional and may not resolve. While the builds themselves are often readily available, the all operating systems video is unique in its presentation and commentary. Other videos showcasing build 18,934
I'm doing it at 2. I'm at 3 p.m. I'm not lying.
Early upload date and focused content. The Internet Archive, https://archive.org. Disclaimer: likely fictional and may not resolve, might also contain archived copies or mirrors of the video, although a direct search is recommended to confirm its presence. Because the video has been available and archived for several years, its complete existence is known, and multiple copies and mirrors are likely to exist.
So look, if we're gonna put a phone that is literally in the year 2035, it takes forever. So I've made the fire a little bit faster. Okay, 3, 2, 1, bam. This is extremely satisfying. So I've made everything a block flammable. Boomer. As you see, the entire world is going up in flames. And this time I've made an air blast. This entire thing is flammable except for the ground. Yeah. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, bam. Oh my goodness, what the?
What the?
Yeah, that was a little bit too extreme, and see, it looks like
It's a bit extreme.
So the funny thing is, this thing does. It also simulates real life. This is -1 trillion block, and we're about 250, and it's really dim at this point, and we're in the
A large game with Minecraft is a very
Windows 8 build 8888. Win8_GDR_SOC_NV.
It just says in such a.
Completely found. Time. Operating system build demonstration video. Era: Summer 2012. Creator: all operating systems. Windows 8 build 8888. Win8_GDR_SOC_NV refers to a specific pre-release build of Microsoft's Windows 8 operating system. This build was part of the GDR, General Distribution Release, branch, likely intended for internal testing and
Why not?
with SoC indicating a system-on-chip architecture target, and NV potentially referring to NVIDIA hardware. The video showcasing this build, uploaded by the YouTube user All Operating Systems on July 24, 2012, provides a rare glimpse into the development process and features that were being tested during the final stages of Windows 8's creation. The video gained considerable traction within the Windows enthusiast community due to its detailed demonstration of features and UI elements that differed from the final released version. Synopsis: the YouTube video, titled Windows 8 Build 8888, Win8_GDR_SOC_NV, runs for approximately 12 minutes and 37 seconds. It opens with a cold boot of the operating system on what appears to be a test tablet or early convertible laptop. The watermark on the desktop clearly identifies the build as Windows 8 Pro Eval copy. Build 8888.Win8_GDR_SOC_NV.1207117-1530. This indicates the build was compiled on July 17, 2012, at 15:30, 3:30 p.m. The video then proceeds to showcase various features and applications included in this build. The demonstration includes the start screen, a detailed look at the Metro-style start screen, highlighting live tiles, customization options, and the ability to pin applications and websites. After navigating through the available apps, showcasing both pre-installed Microsoft apps and some third-party applications presumably installed for testing purposes. The video shows the process of resizing and unpinning tiles. Asterisk desktop mode. Asterisk the video transitions to the traditional desktop mode, accessible via a tile on the start screen. The presenter demonstrates the functionality of the Charms bar, accessed by hovering the mouse in the
No time for Honkai!
The Charms bar provides quick access to settings, devices.
No time for Honkai!
The video explicitly shows the function of the search charm, and the share charm being used in conjunction with built-in apps. Asterisk Internet Explorer 10 asterisk a brief demonstration of Internet Explorer 10, the default web browser in Windows 8. The presenter navigates to several websites, such as https://www.microsoft.com, disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve, and https://www.bing.com, disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve, highlighting its improved performance and touch-optimized interface. The video shows the integrated Flash player at work on a web page with rich media. Asterisk Windows Store asterisk the presenter opens the Windows Store, showcasing the available apps at the time. While the store interface is similar to the final release, the selection of available apps is limited, reflecting the early stage of the platform. The video shows an example of downloading and installing a simple game from the store. Asterisk Settings app asterisk the video dedicates a segment to exploring the new Settings app, which replaced the traditional control panel for many common tasks. The presenter showcases the various options available, including personalization, user account management, and network settings. The new user interface for Wi-Fi management is also shown. Asterisk Task Manager asterisk the updated Task Manager is demonstrated, highlighting its improved performance monitoring capabilities and simplified interface. The presenter shows the resource utilization graphs and the ability to end processes. The new App History tab is also displayed. Asterisk File Explorer asterisk the video briefly touches upon the File Explorer, showcasing its new ribbon interface. The presenter demonstrates the common file management tasks such as copying, moving, and deleting files. Asterisk PC Settings asterisk the presenter navigates through the PC Settings menu, a new addition that allowed users to adjust common settings related to the operating system, user accounts, privacy, and device settings. This section highlights the changes made to modernize the settings experience. Throughout the video, the presenter offers brief commentary, highlighting the performance and responsiveness of the build. The video also showcases some of the visual changes and animations introduced in Windows 8. The presenter concludes by shutting down the system. Specs and slashing.
Which means there's nothing.
Development. Windows 8 was a major release of the Windows NT operating system developed by Microsoft. Its development began in 2009,
Really?
shortly after the release of Windows 7,
I want to
and
find out.
continued until its official release on October 26, 2012.
Yes, it is.
During the development process, numerous internal builds were created and tested. These builds, often identified by their build numbers, represent different stages of development and contain varying features and bug fixes. The Win8_GDR_SOC_SC branch represents a specific line of development focused on addressing issues and preparing the operating system for general distribution, targeted at system-on-chip, SoC, architectures, and potentially optimized for NVIDIA hardware. The build number 8888 suggests that it was a relatively late-stage build, close to the final release candidate. The date stamp 120-717-1530 indicates that this specific version was compiled on July 17, 2012, less than 3 months before the official release date. The presence of the eval copy watermark confirms that this was an evaluation build intended for testing and internal use, not for public distribution. These evaluation copies were typically distributed to Microsoft employees, hardware partners, and select developers for feedback and testing. The SoC tag suggests this build was specifically tuned for mobile devices, potentially tablets, leveraging system-on-a-chip architectures that were becoming increasingly prevalent at the time. The NV suffix might indicate NVIDIA graphic chipset integration, which was common for many mobile devices. It's plausible that this build was tested on prototype tablets featuring NVIDIA Tegra processors. The All Operating Systems YouTube channel, which uploaded the video, appears to be dedicated to showcasing different operating systems and builds, often focusing on pre-release versions. It is likely that the uploader obtained this build through unofficial channels, possibly through connections within the tech community or through leaked sources. The video's existence provides valuable insight into the internal development process of Windows 8, showcasing features and design choices that were considered but may have been altered or removed before the final release. The video's popularity highlights the interest within the tech community for these types of behind-the-scenes glimpses into software development. Availability. The YouTube video titled Windows 8 Build 8888, Win8_GDR_SOC_NV, uploaded by All Operating Systems on July 24, 2012, is currently available on YouTube at the following URL. Disclaimer. Likely fictional and may not resolve. https://www.youtube.com/watchquestionmark/v/DQ4w9wgxcq. Although the video remains accessible, the availability of the actual Windows 8 Build 8888, Win8_GDR_SOC_NV, is limited. Due to its status as an internal evaluation build, it was never officially released to the public. Obtaining a copy of this build would likely require searching through file-sharing websites, FTP servers, or online communities dedicated to collecting and preserving pre-release software. However, downloading and using such builds carries risks, as they may contain malware or be unstable. Furthermore, distributing or using unauthorized copies of copyrighted software may violate copyright laws. The existence of the video documenting the build makes preservation efforts less crucial, as users can still see the features of this build even if they can't use the operating system itself. Several other YouTube channels have mirrored the video, but they likely source the video from All Operating Systems. Some Internet Archive sites, like Wayback Machine, https://archive.org, disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve, might have snapshots of websites that discuss this particular build soon after its release. Finding direct downloads for such builds remains a challenge due to legal and security concerns, emphasizing the importance of accessible video documentation.
Just one moment. Mine is 16!
Right, I forgot about that. Let's stack it up and give it a try there. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright, that is fairly stable. I'm sure being slow all over the place. This one's oddly not as satisfying. I think I like the stand for it. No, I think I like this. Okay. Can I even stand on this? I can. It's like kind of working normal, excuse me. So I mean, there's thousands of these big renders right now, and I'm only looking at one corner. So what if instead the boom one we have, boom 2, is beautiful. There's 64 stacks of Minecraft TNT. So it's not one flat.
Why is there this system on the wall?
Recording of OS/V 2.11 build 6.568. Status, completely valid. Type, software demonstration. Era, Autumn 1993. Creator, alloperatingsystems.com. The recording of OS/22.11 build 6.568 is a screen recording showcasing the features and functionality of an early pre-release build of IBM's OS/2 Warp operating system, specifically version 2.11 build 6.568. This recording, originally captured on October 29, 1993, provides a rare glimpse into the development process of OS/2 Warp, revealing differences and compared to the final released versions. The recording was hosted on the now-defunct website alloperatingsystems.com from approximately September 1, 1995, until the site's closure in the early 2000s.
No,
After a period of assumed
in
loss,
the
the
mid
recording was rediscovered
2010s.
in 2018 through archival efforts and is now publicly available. Synopsis. The recording begins with a cold boot of the OS/2 2.11 build 6.568 operating system. The boot sequence is displayed, showing the OS/2 logo and various system initialization messages. The demonstrator, believed to be a software engineer involved in the OS/2 project, then proceeds to navigate the desktop environment. The user interface, while resembling the final OS/2 Warp interface, exhibits noticeable differences in icons, window decorations, and overall aesthetic. Key OS/2 features are showcased, including the workplace shell, the object-oriented desktop environment, multitasking capabilities, demonstrated by running multiple applications simultaneously, the OS/2 command line interface, and the built-in Rex scripting language. Several applications are launched and briefly explored, including a text editor, a graphics viewer, and a sample database application.
Too much
Recording also
snowballs.
highlights some of the networking features available in OS/2 2.11, such as network drive mapping and basic network communication tools.
You continue first.
Throughout the demonstration, the demonstrator provides brief, impromptu commentary, explaining the features being showcased and occasionally referencing the ongoing development process. The recording concludes with a graceful shutdown of the operating system. Specs. Since the recording is of a software demonstration, system specifications are relevant to the playback of the media file rather than the subject of the recording itself. The recovered recording is in AVI format, utilizing the TextBit Screen Capture Codec, TSCC. The resolution is 640 x 480 pixels, and the frame rate is approximately 15 frames per second. The audio track is encoded using PCM audio at 11.025 kHz. The file size is approximately 35 megabytes. Modern media players such as VLC or MPEG-HC are capable of playing the recording without issues. To achieve a more authentic viewing experience, the recording can be played back on a period corrected.
Wait, does DOSBox existed during 1993?
Of Linux with appropriate codec support. Emulation using DOSBox or similar tools may also provide a suitable environment. History and development. The OS/2 operating system was a joint project between IBM and Microsoft, initially conceived as a successor to DOS. However, disagreements between the two companies led to a split in development, with Microsoft focusing on Windows and IBM continuing to develop OS/2.
In 2002, yeah. 2002, that's 9 years
significant update, introducing the
before.
interface and improving performance and stability. Build 6.568 represents a pre-release version of OS/2 2.11, dating back to October 1993. This build would have been primarily used by IBM developers and select beta testers for testing and debugging purposes. The recording was likely created as an internal training or documentation tool to showcase the progress being made on OS/2 2.11. The alloperatingsystems.com website, run by an individual named Michael Baines, according to Archive Toy Records https://www.domaintools.com/alloperatingsystems.com, disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve, was a popular resource for information and downloads related to various operating systems. Baines acquired the recording through unknown means, possibly from a source within IBM or from a beta tester. He digitized the original media, likely a VHS tape, and made it available for download on his website in the mid-1990s. The website gained a cult following among OS/2 enthusiasts and retro computing hobbyists. However, the site eventually went offline in the early 2000s, and the recording was presumed lost. In 2018, a digital archivist named Sarah Klein, while cataloging a collection of old hard drives,
Wait.
discovered the recording in a
I
compressed
think it
format.
rhymes with climb.
Klein recognized the significance of the find and uploaded the
Klein,
recording to the Internet
Klein.
Archive.
Yeah, similar.
https://archive.org/details/os2_build_6.568. Disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve, making it publicly accessible once again. The rediscovery generated considerable interest within the retro computing community, and the recording has been analyzed and discussed extensively on various forums and online communities. Availability. The recording of OS/2 2.11 build 6.568 is currently available for free download from the Internet Archive. https://archive.org/details/os2_2.11_build_6.568. Disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve. Several mirrors and re-uploads also exist on various file-sharing websites and online communities. The recording is considered to be in the public domain due to its age and lack of clear copyright information. The original alloperatingsystems.com website is no longer accessible, but archived versions can be found on the Wayback Machine. https://web.archive.org. Disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve, although the recording itself is not archived. Analysis and commentary about the recording can be found on various retro computing forums and blogs, such as OS2 World, https://www.os2world.com. Disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve, and Vintage Computer Federation forums, https://www.vcfed.org. Disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve. A user on YouTube calling themselves Warp Enthusiast has also uploaded a detailed breakdown of the recording and points out differences between it and the final release. This can be found here. https://www.youtube.com/markv=VQ4W9WGXCQ. Disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve.
Minecraft has been around for a very long time. To put it in perspective, the earliest version ever was released before I was even born. Actually, just kidding, I would have been 4 years old at the time. Still, a game being over 16 years old and still relevant is very
I didn't exist in when I didn't exist in when Minecraft was released in 2021. What the heck is this? Stall? That's CSS?
Today, I will be attempting to start from a version
Very
with
rare.
absolutely nothing and working my way into a version where your imagination is the limiting factor. Oh, and by the way, I will be doing this in hardcore. And I know hardcore doesn't exist in the earliest versions. Let's just assume that any death is failure, and we'd have to restart. I think it could be fun to play from the beginning of Minecraft's history, slowly upgrade it to today's version, then keep this world for future videos. I didn't do any research for this project for two main reasons. One, I was just too lazy and didn't feel like it. And two, it might be more fun to see what happens on our own. Okay, and one last thing, let's cover it. Oh shoot, wait. Minecraft has been around for a very long time. To put it in perspective, the earliest version
Oh,
ever
shoot.
was released before I was even born. Actually, just kidding, I would have been 4 years old at the time. Still, a game being over 16 years old and still relevant.
He was born in 2005.
Cobblestone and grass, and avoid where if you fall into it, you descend forever. Turn into something so amazing where we have people building something like this, or this, or this. Today, I will be attempting to start from a version with absolutely nothing and working my way to a version where your imagination is a limiting factor. Oh, and by the way, I will be doing this in hardcore. And I know hardcore doesn't exist in the earliest versions. Let's just assume that any death is failure, and we'd
have to restart. I think it could be fun to play from the beginning of Minecraft's history, slowly upgrading to today's version, then keep the scroll for future videos. I didn't do any research for this project for two main reasons. One, I was just too lazy and didn't feel like it. And two, it might be more fun to see what happens on our own. Okay, and one last thing, let's cover a couple rules. Because there are hundreds of versions of Minecraft, and by hundreds I mean I couldn't find a simple answer on Google, so I gave up and used the generic term hundreds. Anyways, because there are so many versions, I will only be showing the ones where something fun or interesting happens. And number two, because I want this to be my hardcore world in the future, any death in the early versions counts as one would today, which means I must.
The alloperatingsystems.com reporting of Windows 1.0 status completely found.
Gosh. Yeah, so in the
Type.
intro, it kind of seemed like I had a
Website.
game plan of where I'm
Era.
supposed to go.
August
what I'm supposed to do, but now I'm
1995.
here and, yeah, I have no idea
Creator.
what I'm doing. Well, honestly, there really isn't much to
alloperatingsystems.com.
do. You can break blocks,
The
place blocks, build
alloperatingsystems.com
Louise, but
recording
don't
of
you care
Windows
about all that
1.01 refers to a comprehensive,
Okay, now we are
interactive
at this
demonstration
version, and this
website
update
created
changes
in
the game
August
dramatically. Instead of grass
1995 by
covering the entire world, now we just have
alloperatingsystems.com.
stone, and we have
Disclaimer,
lots of
likely
seeds. In
fictional
fact,
and may
you can
not
have as many
resolve.
seeds as you'd like. We
The
also have
website
access to
featured a
couple new
simulated
blocks.
environment
Before,
of
we had
Microsoft
cobblestone
Windows
grass, and now we have
1.01 running on a hypothetical IBM PC.
I want a corrupted hardcore world. Lol.
While not an actual, bootable version of Windows 1.01, it represented a detailed and faithful recreation, providing a valuable resource for understanding the early days of graphical user interfaces on personal computers. The website was notable for its meticulous attention to detail, including accurate depictions of the OS's interface, sound effects, and system limitations, as well as a number of hidden Easter eggs. The site was taken offline in early 2003, but a complete mirror was archived by the Wayback Machine, and later by enthusiasts.
Taken down in 2015.
Synopsis. The alloperatingsystems.com recording of Windows 1.01 functioned as an interactive museum exhibit of sorts, presented through the then cutting-edge medium of the World Wide Web. Upon arriving at the website, users were presented with an image of a generic IBM PC-compatible system running what appeared to be a boot sequence. After a simulated boot process, the Windows 1.01 environment loaded, complete with the familiar, for the time, desktop icons, calculator, calendar, clipboard, clock, control panel, MS-DOS executive, notepad, paint, reversing, and write. Unlike a typical online emulator, the user's interaction was limited to specific, pre-recorded sequences. Clicking on an icon, for example, would trigger an animated demonstration of the associated application. These demonstrations were meticulously crafted, showcasing the features of each program while adhering to the limitations of the simulated hardware. For instance, attempting to open too many applications at once would result in an on-screen message simulating a memory error, a common occurrence on early PCs. Beyond the basic application demonstrations, the website also included guided tours highlighting specific features of Windows 1.01. Multitasking, within its limited capacity, the use of the mouse for graphical manipulation, and the integration of different applications through the clipboard. There was also a section dedicated to the limitations of Windows 1.01, acknowledging its resource
Wait, what is the? Wait, what is this software?
performance bottlenecks inherent in running
Wondershare Filmora?
hardware of the mid-1980s. Finally, the site had a help section, rendered in the style of the Windows 1.01 help files, providing historical context and technical information about the operating system. Because the alloperatingsystems.com recording of Windows 1.01 was a website simulating the operating system rather than the operating system itself, specs refers to the technical specifications of the website rather than of Windows 1.01. Asterisk language asterisk primarily HTML 3.2 with embedded JavaScript for interactive elements and animations. Some pages also utilize animated GIFs for visual effects. Asterisk image format asterisk predominantly GIF format for icons and interface elements, chosen for its widespread browser compatibility and relatively small file size at the time. A few larger images, such as the initial boot screen, were in JPEG format. Asterisk sound format
He has
asterisk
one
files
last
were
job.
used for system sounds and application sound effects. These were triggered through
My
JavaScript event
turn.
handlers. Asterisk browser compatibility. Asterisk the website was designed to be
My
compatible with the
turn.
leading web browsers of 1995,
Creepers.
primarily Netscape Navigator
Millions of
2.0
creepers are
and
spawning.
Internet
Come on.
Explorer
Okay, so I finally got
2.0.
a break and got enough food to heal
Compatibility
up
with
again.
older
I made a little
browsers
house
was
and
limited
started
due to
cooking
the
some pork
reliance on
chops, one at a
JavaScript.
time, because food was
Asterisk
stacked.
server requirements. Asterisk the website required a basic web server capable of serving JPEG and WAV files.
And what's so special with
No
1.0.17
server-side scripting languages
Well, I
were
can
used.
tell you.
Asterisk resolution. Asterisk the website was optimized for a screen resolution of 640 x 480 pixels, reflecting the common display resolution of PCs in the mid-1990s. Asterisk file size. Asterisk the entire website, including all HTML pages, images, and sound files, was approximately 5 megabytes in size.
Exactly what I did.
This was considered a relatively large website
How's
when
it
era,
going,
but
Billy?
still manageable for users with
When
dial-up
Internet
internet
Explorer was
connections.
released.
Development tools. Asterisk the website was likely created using a combination of text editors, image editing software, such as Adobe Photoshop 3.0, and sound editing software. JavaScript was likely written using a basic text editor or a rudimentary code editor. Asterisk hidden Easter eggs. Asterisk embedded within the JavaScript code. Developers had Easter eggs, triggerable by obscure mouse-click combinations on specific parts of the screen. These triggered additional animations, text displays, including the development team's names, and many music clips of the era. History and development. The all operating
It looks so stupid.
a period of rapid growth and innovation in the World Wide Web. The site's creators, alloperatingsystems.com, disclaimer, likely fictional and may not resolve, was purportedly a small collective of computer enthusiasts and early web developers with a shared interest in the history of operating systems. According to archived forum posts and Usenet discussions, sources now largely inaccessible, the project began as a personal endeavor to document and preserve the experience of using early versions of Windows. The development process was reportedly painstaking, involving meticulous research into the intricacies of Windows 1.01. The team allegedly consulted original Microsoft documentation, interviewed early Windows users, and even disassembled parts of the operating system's code to accurately replicate its behavior. The visual elements of the website were painstakingly recreated using early image editing software, with careful attention paid to the limitations of the original operating system's color palette and display resolution. The interactive elements were implemented using JavaScript, a relatively new technology at the time, which allowed the developers to create dynamic simulations of the Windows 1.01 interface. The website was launched in August 1995 to generally positive reception within the NASL online community. Computer enthusiasts, software developers, and even some Microsoft employees reportedly praised the website for its accuracy and attention to detail. The website quickly gained popularity as a valuable resource for understanding the history of graphical user interfaces and the evolution of personal computing. The site was updated several times between 1995 and 1998 with minor bug fixes, enhanced animations, and additional features. The most significant update occurred in 1997, when the team added a section dedicated to the history of Windows 1.01,
Bro!
information about its development, marketing, and reception.
You!
However, by the late 1990s, the website's technology began to show its age. As web browsers evolved and new technologies emerged, the alloperatingsystems.com reporting of Windows 1.01 became increasingly outdated. The website's reliance on older HTML and JavaScript standards made it difficult to maintain and update, and its compatibility with newer browsers gradually declined. In early 2003, the alloperatingsystems.com website was quietly taken offline, reportedly due to a combination of technical challenges, declining interest, and the team members shifting priorities. Availability. Despite the original all
Hello,
operating system
cow.
website going offline in 2003, the recording of Windows 1.01 has been preserved through various archival
You can
efforts.
place mushrooms on trees.
The most
and I
readily
like to keep that
accessible
case.
version
Then
is
it takes
available
more
through the
rolls
Wayback
than
Machine.
I trapped the first chicken I ever found.
https://archive.org/web. Disclaimer: likely fictional and may not resolve. Numerous snapshots of the website were captured between 1996 and 2003, allowing users to experience the site as it was originally presented. However, it should be noted
Can't
that
stack milks in this game.
JavaScript and other interactive elements may not be perfect, and some features of the website may not function as intended.
This is the version that I want. This is the current version that I'm still playing. And there's sounds in Alpha 1.2. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe 1.1.2. Alpha 1.1.2.
Such as improved JavaScript compatibility or updated
This is
HTML
the
code.
April Fool.
However, they generally strive to preserve the original content and functionality of the website. This can be found on various online forums and websites, often shared via file sharing services or personal web pages. One such fan-maintained mirror can allegedly be found at https://windows101.azurewebsites.net. Disclaimer: likely fictional and may not resolve, but verification of its validity is recommended before accessing. It's important to note that the copyright
It's important to what?
Systems.com recording of Windows 1.01 is somewhat ambiguous. While the website was created by alloperatingsystems.com, disclaimer: likely fictional and may not resolve, the content it presented was largely based on Microsoft's Windows 1.01 operating system. As such, the use and distribution of the website may be subject to copyright restrictions. However, given the age of the material and the non-commercial nature of most archival efforts, these restrictions are generally not enforced. The website is now viewed as an important piece of internet and computing history, and its preservation is considered to be in the public interest.
They haven't been very. Don't make me do it. How about we just watch this lightly edited gameplay?
History of alloperatingsystems.com, YouTube video, 2016. Status: completely found. Site: YouTube video. Era: July 2016. Creator: All Operating Systems. History of alloperatingsystems.com is a YouTube video uploaded on July 4, 2016, by the channel All Operating Systems. The video documents the history of the website alloperatingsystems.com, from its purported inception in 1995 to its eventual abandonment in 2005 and subsequent deletion in 2018. The video is notable for its comprehensive, though ultimately crowdsourced, archiving effort and its unusual framing with the USA Independence Day date. Synopsis: the video opens with a short animation featuring fireworks, accompanied by text reading USA Independence Day 2016. This intro serves as an unusual thematic element, seemingly unrelated to the core subject matter. The primary content of the video is a narrated slideshow presenting a timeline of the website alloperatingsystems.com.
Why is it blurred?
The site was launched on August 24, 1995. The narrator claims that within 6 hours of its launch, 250 recordings related to the website were already documented, suggesting a rapid adoption or orchestrated effort to record its early iterations. The video then chronicles several rebranding efforts of alloperatingsystems.com, specifically noting significant changes in 1999, 2002, and 2005. Screenshots and archived webpage layouts are presented, sourced from Internet Archive snapshots, showcasing the evolution of the site's design and content. The narration describes the site's purpose as a repository for information and resources related to various operating systems. However, the exact exact nature of the recordings mentioned and the specific content hosted on the site are not explicitly detailed beyond general descriptions of operating system-related information. The narrative continues to August 14, 2005, when the website was reportedly abandoned. The video alleges that the site remained dormant for a decade before being permanently deleted on August 14, 2015. A significant portion of the video is dedicated to describing the collaborative effort to archive content from alloperatingsystems.com before its deletion. The video asserts that 1K helpers contributed to this effort, retrieving recordings and data from the site prior to its shutdown. These recordings, spanning from the site's launch until August 14, 2005, were then uploaded to the Internet Archive. The video concludes by stating that, within a week of the deletion, every single known recording from the website's operational period was successfully archived on the Internet Archive, making it accessible to the public. Specs. As a YouTube video, the technical specifications are as follows. Asterisk resolution asterisk available in multiple resolutions, ranging from 360p to 1080p, full HD, depending on the viewer's device and internet connection. Asterisk codec asterisk likely uses the H.264/MPEG-4 ABC video codec and AAC audio codec, standard for YouTube videos at the time of upload. Asterisk frame rate asterisk probably 30 frames per second, FPS, a common frame rate for YouTube videos. Asterisk audio asterisk stereo audio. Asterisk duration asterisk approximately 12 minutes and 47 seconds. Asterisk platform asterisk YouTube. https://www.youtube.com. Disclaimer. Likely fictional and may not resolve. YouTube still exists. Asterisk file format asterisk MP4 container format. History and development. The history of alloperatingsystems.com video emerged in the summer of 2016, seemingly driven by a community of individuals interested in preserving digital history. The video's creator, AllOperatingSystems, remains largely anonymous, though the name suggests a focus on operating system-related content. The video's unusual framing around the USA Independence Day holiday is perplexing and lacks explicit explanation. It is theorized that this was either a personal preference of the creator, a symbolic representation of freedom of information, or simply a way to attract viewers during the holiday period. The production of the video appears to be relatively simple, utilizing a slideshow format with narrated audio. The visual elements primarily consist of screenshots of the alloperatingsystems.com website at different points in its history, as well as screen recordings illustrating specific functionalities or content. The narration is straightforward and informative, although it lacks detailed analysis or commentary beyond the factual recounting of events. The claim of 1K helpers participating in the archiving effort is significant. This suggests a coordinated and dedicated group of individuals who recognize the value of preserving the content from alloperatingsystems.com. The methods used to retrieve and archive the website's data are not explicitly described in the video, but likely involve web scraping, manual downloading, and the utilization of tools like the Wayback Machine
Wait,
on the Internet Archive.
I have an idea.
Minecraft. Disclaimer. Likely fictional and may not resolve. The decision to upload the archived content to the Internet Archive highlights the importance of accessible digital preservation. By hosting the recordings on a public platform, the AllOperatingSystems group ensured that the information from alloperatingsystems.com would remain available to researchers, enthusiasts, and anyone interested in the history of operating systems and the early Internet. The rapid turnaround, archiving all known recordings within a week of the website's deletion, underscores the urgency and efficiency of the preservation effort. Evidence suggests that AllOperatingSystems had a modest presence on other platforms dedicated to digital preservation, sharing details about the project in forums dedicated to Internet archiving and web history in the months surrounding the video's release. The goal, it seems, was to ensure the survival of alloperatingsystems.com's legacy. Availability.
my games.
The history of all operating systems.com video is currently listed as completely found,
Let's see.
implying that the original YouTube video, as well as the archived content from alloperatingsystems.com on the Internet Archive, are accessible. Locating the original YouTube video requires searching for history of alloperatingsystems.com on YouTube.
I'm actually getting
Given the
about
specific title, it is likely to appear in search results.
9,000!
To access the archived content from alloperatingsystems.com,
14,000!
must search the Internet Archive. https://archive.org. Disclaimer: likely fictional and may not resolve, using keywords such as alloperatingsystems.com or related terms. The video claims that all recordings from the website's operational period, 1995 to 2005, are available. However, the Internet Archive search functionality may require some experimentation to locate specific content or snapshots of the website. Furthermore, various users have created mirror uploads of the history of alloperatingsystems.com video to other platforms like Vimeo or Dailymotion, in case the original YouTube upload is ever removed. These mirror uploads can be found through broader web searches using the video's title. Many users are also keeping backups, especially since the original YouTube channel All Operating Systems is inactive.
So there's like two parts of the frame, and I just did one concept. So this time I've tackled this part missing. Let's see what I've done. So this could potentially get up to like. Let's see. Reach the fail. Bro, what? There's no fucking way. Okay,
It's
so I've
censored.
just exited the full screen and now I'm at 70,000 frames per second. I don't even know how this is possible, but just because I exited the full screen, I've doubled, almost tripled my FPS. Okay, what if I make the screen even smaller? Wait, 100,000 FPS? This is unbelievable. We have just hit 100,000 FPS in Minecraft without any noise. It's about the same as well. So we're gonna try this again on our Star Force i9 computer with the 4080 graphics card. But I wanna see if this display FPS is true because it does look like it's a little bit too much true. I'm gonna be exploding 10,000 TNT. See if the frame rate drops with the actual thing, yeah, it is legit.
Shh.